Hey everyone, I had a request to talk about profitable divines or ones that I thought are worth getting. I think that's a really important topic because one of my rules of thumb is to mainly go for divines that benefit your game, whether that's giving you items that you often use or items that you can somehow use to finish other events. Since we are close to approaching the 200 divine mark on horse, the way I'm going to approach this is that I'm going to first talk about my own divines, such as how they work, how and why I got them, etc. I also recommend taking note of how I got a lot of my divines because you'll eventually notice a pattern as to the events that I've won them in and the combination of items that I used to finish that event or to get that divine. To better organize this a bit, I'm going to try to break this into parts with a certain divine series or set being talked about in each video. Also, if you guys want in the future, I can add on to this by doing another video about profitable divines that I would like to get because I think that might be helpful as well. Let's go ahead and get started with today's video, which will cover my solar divines because I think they're kind of one of my favorites that I have. The first solar that I have, I think he was actually the first one that I got, was Jupiter. And how Jupiter works, he's pretty simple in his explanation, even though he takes a bit more effort each day, is that if we look at his bonus tab here, his actual perk right is described right here. So every time he wins two competitions in one day, he brings you one diamond. That's all I have to do. I just have to make sure that I place first in two competitions and he will give me a diamond that day. As you can see right here, I had two firsts. I actually had a second in there, so unfortunately I had to enter him into a third competition, but it tells me in his history that he won me a diamond. So because every once in a while he might place like second or third or something, what I've done with my Jupiter is that I make sure to take him on rides on the Whirlpool Galaxy because with the Solar Divines, you can increase their skills by going on this third ride with them, and then you can add them however you want to the skills down here. So I make sure that I increase his skills every day. I always board him in an AC with the shower and a water trough. So I make sure that he gets, I can get extra energy that way. I give him affinity stroke for that extra energy from a stroke. And then I give him an Achilles heel as well because I often have to put him to bed at either odd hours like 22:30 tonight. I had to put him to bed kind of late. And sometimes his energy has to get down pretty low. But otherwise, he's a totally useful divine. If you can ever get him, especially for a good price, I really recommend it because a diamond a day is absolutely wonderful. And the way that I have his skills situated, I don't often have a hard time getting wins with him. So he's a super useful divine. Really recommend it that you get him. How I got him was from one of the original pinatas contests that we had way back in 2012. So I got him upon his original release. This was such a long time ago that I have no idea how many Horns of Plenty that I had to open or how many passes that I spent on him, but I do know that I got him from the pinatas, and I really recommend that you get him if you can. That's Jupiter. The next solar divine that we're going to look at is going to be my Venus. Venus, I do not have to work her at all. She just sits here once in a while. I'll use her as a filler for another divine to enter a competition or something. But the way that Venus works is we look on her tab. At every new moon, she also brings you 5 diamonds provided you logged in within the past 3 days. The every new moon, that's just in real life new moon. So just you pull out your calendar, circle the new moon whenever it says the new moon is, and that's when you get your 5 diamonds so long as you logged in within the past 3 days. So this is a really easy divine to get diamonds from. I mean, 5 diamonds, it's not a lot, but it adds up if you have other diamond giving divines in your farm. And all you have to do is just log in the past 3 days. So she's another good divine. She's not as profitable, obviously, as Jupiter, but if you can get her for a good price, really recommend that you get her just because she's so easy to get that perk drop, and it's a guaranteed perk drop provided you just do the requirements for it. How I got her was, again, way back in 2012 during the, I think it was the Set the Horses free event. If you want more information on that, you can probably look at some of the horse helper blogs and websites that there are on horse because I don't really recall much from that event except I did not like it because you had to like click a button to set a particular horse free that had certain characteristics, and I got rid of some horses I really regret getting. But anyway, that's a story for another day. So that was how I got Venus, and I don't remember how much I had to spend to get her, but again, pretty useful divine. Not as useful as Jupiter, but still pretty good. The next divine is Uranus. I'm gonna catch this aging point, I guess. Come here. Okay, I got 2 aging points. He actually does not have any perk whatsoever. If you look at his description, it's just he is the son of Venus and Mars. You can take him for rides on Halley's Comet to increase his skills. This horse cannot be sold. So this is his ride that he gets to go on. So he does not offer any perk. The way that I got him was that like it says down here, he's the son of Venus and Mars. So because I got Venus from the Set the Horses Free event, I was able to breed her to a Mars that had some covers up in the public covers, and that was how I got him. So I did get 2 divines for the price of 1 in that event, even though he doesn't offer a perk, at least his mother does, so that makes me happy. So that's how you get Uranus. You have to have Venus in order to breed her and then give birth to him. So this is my Earth Divine. Her perk is tied into her son's perk, which is Moon. He is right here. Yep. Okay, this is her sun. This is Moon. So how you get Moon, though, is that you have to breed Earth to Sun, and then she gives birth to Moon. So her perk is tied into him because each time her son, Moon, celebrates a birthday, she gifts you with 1 diamond. So that's basically like once every, what is that, 6 days, provided that you put him to bed every day. Obviously, you don't want to give a water of youth to him. Don't do it because otherwise that'll take longer to get your diamond. So this is a pretty useful pair to have just because it's really easy just to put him to bed and age him every day. Now, how I got Earth was that I also won her from a Pinatas event back in 2012. So that would have been like the second Pinatas contest we had that year. Again, it was so long ago that I don't remember how much I spent on her, but I enjoyed the Pinatas that I got Jupiter in so much that I decided that I would complete the next Pinatas event to get Earth. And I really liked her design. I thought her graphic was just beautiful. And 1 diamond a week guaranteed, provided I keep aging up Moon, is pretty good as well. So like I said, I don't have to do anything with her because it's tied into Moon's aging rather than hers. So she just sits here and looks like a pretty trophy. But anyway, that's all the solar divines that I have. They're a pretty good set as a whole if you ever want to try and get them. I really like the ones that I have in particular. And their diamonds actually help me in getting some other divines when I can like buy other items or something to finish other events. So that's all I have for today, guys. I hope this series will be helpful for you. I hope you enjoyed my review on the solars, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.